here from Cruelty. Our next highest ambassador at $1,000 is Connie Conway.
Okay, I'll give you 1,500. I gotta be number one. I can't let Cruelty get ahead of me. Oh, ladies, 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 a woman's work is never done. That's right. Or so I've heard. Although they were griping on the TV that we don't do as many hours of housework as we used to. Some study, and of course, I kept trying to...
That's because we're busy in the House and the Senate.
Right. And Martha House is in the House and everything. I was trying to fast forward through it and said, who did this report? It must have been a guy. I couldn't get to it. Listen, from the minute that I got to Sacramento, I did not want to lose my optimistic view for us, for all of us. No one was as devastated, I think, as my caucus over this last election. But you still have to hope. When they ask me, what's it like to be the leader of the irrelevant caucus? I tell them, that's funny and I have a sense of humor and I can laugh, but I am not irrelevant to the people that sent me here. And I'm not irrelevant to the special interest group, the one and only special interest group that we represent, and that's the tax-paying citizens in the state of California. And besides, if you took all the votes we got and the votes they got, it's not that close. It's just, I mean, I would have liked to have given some of mine away. You know what I mean? The numbers are, yeah, they're in little pockets, and so it's stronger here. We won by huge margins in the Central Valley. We need to share our votes with other areas. Maybe we could do better. The supermajority, much is made of this. These people are confused and they're disjointed. They aren't going to have super anything until, what, July, Bob? I mean, they're in, they're out, they're up, they're down. That's good for us. Doesn't mean that they have the right to do it right now, but they've got two that went to Congress. Now Michael left. Current Price is leaving in April. Over in my house, there's two that want to go over there, and then they'll be gone, and those will be empty, and this one's going to City Council. Yeah, little Bobby Blumenfeld. Anyway. God love him. He's a little sweetheart. Anyway, so we are trying to make the best use of our time before they get to that point. I believe we can get through the whole budget session where they really don't have the supermajority. But they fixed not needing us for the budget anyway with Prop 25, which is typical of what happens. What did you hear about Prop 25? What you heard was, if those bums in Sacramento don't pass a balanced budget on time, they're not getting paid. Right. Well, of course everybody's going to vote for that. I had to convince my mother, don't do it, Mom. Yeah, you bums should not get paid. Don't do it, Mom. Because the caveat to that, the real point of that, was simple majority for the budget. And now they've tried to figure out a way to tie a small amount of money to any kind of bill and slip it in as a budget, a piece of the budget, thank you. And so they get to do whatever they want to do. But that's all right, because our motto just needs to be, we don't get mad, we get even. Okay, we are really mad, we're just not going to act mad, but we're going to get even. We will get even. I just left the youth forum there, and I was not struck by the difference of their opinion of life and our opinion of life, but struck by the fact that as we've gone visiting from, you know, Republican women here and the youth forum there, and we were at Grow Elect, and as we make our rounds, the best day for us is going to be the day when we are all together in one room doing the right thing. That may be tomorrow as we make some votes and make some changes in the way that we've done things. It's really okay to take a long, hard look at ourselves. I kind of call it an autopsy. I know I'm so morbid. I didn't come here to depress you. But you know, with all the passion that we have, we need to be like the coroner, and I'm a former county supervisor, so that's how come I know what coroners do, and I've actually been to the coroner's office, not when he was really working, when he was coroning or whatever. But dispassionately, as the coroner is. I mean, you know, so after the election, the patient is dead. He was killed by a bullet to the heart, pretty much dead, right? And we are passionate, we're emotional. But the coroner says, I need to look through the layers. Wow, you know, his lungs were very weak. If his lungs had been stronger, he might have still died, but he could have lived 10 extra hours. We need to find our strength. We need to get back what makes us strong. We need to continue to stay together and then go out and increase what's good about us. And I'm very heartened when I hear the youth speak, that they are a voice for us out there too. I am looking forward to Senator Brolte's chairmanship. If I was a hater, I would say, because he used to have my job and he used to have Bob's job. And he deserves to be chairman. But I'm not a hater, but I'm not a hater. But I think that we're all some of our experience, and his experience across the street in being an elected legislator, I think will enhance. Our other chairmen have been great, and I know all of them, and they worked as hard as they could to do the best they could. He will just bring a little different nuance because there is a correlation between what happens in that building across the street and what happens in our lives every day and how we react as Republicans. I feel like I'm running for something. Everybody says, what are you running for? And I tell them I'm running for the same thing every day. It's usually my life. So I will just close with, I know a woman's work is never done. I'm glad it's never done. I would never want to be doing what I'm doing without knowing that all of you are there doing it with us, side by side, for us, together with us. I can't thank you enough. Don't give up. I'm doing a little more praying than I used to do. Although I told people, I was a prayerful person, I thought, before I got here. In the first 6 months I spent in that building, I think I prayed more in 6 months than I had in the 6 years leading up to it. So we still keep our hope, and we keep our faith, and we continue to work and grow our numbers and spread our message. And no one does that better than all of you. So I just really want to say thank you so much. Check's in the mail.